recognize where we stand from the perspective of making sure that we learn from the indigenous people of Canada, from the Algonquin people who have lived on this land for thousands of years before other immigrants came, to learn from their history, to learn from their traditions, from their spirituality, and to be better stewards of this land. And what the remarkable thing is, and what we're celebrating today, is the multicultural aspect of Canada, in addition to its indigenous heritage, cultures, and traditions, which makes Canada such a unique and remarkable country in the world. I am grateful that I'm joined by my colleague, the Member of Parliament for Nov9th, who you'll be hearing from shortly, from our Mayor, Mayor Sutcliffe. We have various ambassadors with us who we recognize through the afternoon, and members of the community. And as I'm told, over 70 cultures are represented that make Canada such an incredible country. Before I ask our next speaker to come, I do want to talk about very quickly with you and acknowledge that yes, Canada is a multicultural country, and that so much is part of our identity, that we need to celebrate and cherish that aspect in all times, the good times and bad times. Our sentiments for Canada's multiculturalism, our good sentiments for immigrants, for newcomers, for asylum seekers, for refugees, should remain intact at all times, not just in good times. And we are living through some challenging times right now. And we are starting to hear the rhetoric that somehow those who may be seeking refuge in Canada, those who may be asylum seekers in Canada, those who are new immigrants to Canada, may not be worthy of being in Canada. That somehow we should not be accepting them at this moment. That conversation is happening in our neighborhoods, right here in Ottawa, around whether or not we should establish certain welcome centers so that we can provide a place of dignity for members of the community. I applaud our mayor for standing up and speaking about that, to remind all our citizens that our hospitality, our welcome, our inclusiveness are not just limited in certain periods of time, but every single day. Because all of us, unless you're an indigenous person, all of us came to this country at some point. And we received that warmth, that love, and that welcome. For me, that was almost 36 years ago when I came to Canada, when my parents made the big decision of moving to a new country and changed our lives. And I stand before you because of that warmth, that welcome, and that love. So yes, let's celebrate our multiculturalism, but it's not something to make us feel better as Canadians. It has to be a commitment that we will continue with the same traditions, the same welcome in the future as well, whether they're good times or bad times. Thank you very much for indulging me. I want to thank Gypsy Ghosh and her entire team for organizing this incredible event. It's a big round of applause. Gypsy's middle name should be persistent, tenacious, does not know how to take a no for an answer, and I applaud that. I respect that.